Today's video is all about video strategy, and I'm going to help you determine which social media platform you should be creating videos for. I'm Amanda Horvath, and I'm all about helping business owners and entrepreneurs leverage the power of video without breaking the bank or taking up tons of their time. So if you're looking to use video in your strategy this year, then be sure to subscribe and click the bell to be notified every time I release a new video. With all of the different social media platforms out there, how do you choose which one is going to be best for your business? Really, it comes down to choosing one that you can stay consistent on. So each platform kind of has different requirements for posting schedules and what the best practices are for that platform. So in today's video, I'm going to break down pretty much all of the platforms other than TikTok, because I haven't explored that one a ton. And I'm going to kind of give you different things to think about as you're deciding which platform might be best for you. I've organized the different platforms that I'm going to go through one by one in terms of which one has the lowest barrier to entry and which one has the highest. So in my opinion, the highest is YouTube. So we are going to talk about that last. So if you're curious why I say that, then stick around to the end of this video and you'll find out. Platform number 1, Instagram Stories. If you've been following me for a while, you know that I am a big fan of Instagram Stories and that I firmly believe that pretty much anyone that is trying to grow their thought leadership online should be using Instagram Stories in addition to whatever else they're doing. It's also an amazing place to get started because you can post a story and within 24 hours, it's gone. So you're not building to anything, you're just starting to kind of give people insight into your life. And when you do that, you're going to get feedback on what people find either valuable or not valuable about your life. And this is going to give you ideas for different content that you might be able to create as well. Now, I know that getting into Instagram Stories can be a little bit intimidating when you're first starting out. So I have a video where I teach you how to create interesting Instagram stories for your business. So you can go check that out and get all the tips if this one is speaking to you. Platform number 2, Facebook Live. Facebook Live is another amazing opportunity where you don't have to edit any video. Now, this is great if you're finding that on Instagram Stories, you have a really hard time keeping it short, then Facebook Live is your opportunity to create a long form content without needing to edit. It is also an amazing way to get comfortable in front of the camera. When I was first starting with video, I decided to do a 30-day Facebook Live challenge where every single day I was going live no matter what. And I did not plan any content. The trick for me, or what the reason that I was doing this, was purely just to get in front of the camera and start getting comfortable. And it was interesting how quickly my Facebook went from being kind of this dead page to suddenly a lively and vibrant place where I could engage with other people. So this is also a great place to start if you're just starting out and you don't really know what you should be talking about. You can just start testing the platform and just focus on getting good in front of the camera. Going live is also one of the best ways to form a personal connection with your relationship. And that's because when you are going live, it really is the closest thing to an in-person dialogue as possible online today. So you pop up, people ask you questions, and you can immediately respond. If you have watched any influencers or different people out there, thought leaders, and you get on their Facebook Lives, you can feel that connection to them when you are live versus the pre-recorded content. There's just something about knowing what they're doing right now in this very moment that makes you feel a whole lot more connected to them. Platform 3, Instagram video on the feed. I personally love Instagram video and use it within my business. So what I do is I take the long form content that I have on YouTube and I cut it down to what they call micro content. So 1-minute chunks of the longer form content, and these videos convert like gangbusters. In fact, they convert so well that I've packaged them together into a template that you can just take and use. So you can totally grab that in the description below. These short form videos is a great way for someone to very quickly get a sense of what you do. So if you have a blog, a YouTube show, or even a podcast, then I highly recommend implementing this video strategy into your business in taking the longer form content and cutting it down and giving people just a bite-sized tidbit of what you were talking about in the longer form. Now, if you are going to use that strategy, I highly recommend making your content stand alone apart from the long form. So the content within your Instagram feed should be valuable in and of itself. They shouldn't have to click over and listen to the full podcast in order to get value. That will give you a standalone strategy that will help you grow your Instagram rather than just bringing awareness to these other platforms that you have. But it will also be bringing awareness at the same time. So it's pretty much two-punch whammy. So you might be thinking, well, Amanda, I don't have a YouTube show, a blog, or a podcast. And that's totally okay if you still want to use Instagram video as your main strategy. What I would recommend doing in that case is just setting up your camera, your iPhone, or whatever, and just talking about a subject for however long. Try to keep it short, but also don't worry about making it go longer, because then what you can do is take that longer video and once again, cut it down into the best minute of content. If you want to know how I do this, then you can definitely take a look at my Instagram feed, look at some of the micro content on there, and find the corresponding video on my channel, and you'll be able to see that I'm taking little bite-sized chunks from the beginning of the YouTube video and the middle and the end, and you'll be like, oh, that's really interesting how that kind of cut together. And you'll start to kind of train your ear on how you can take your long ramble and cut it down into a really concise 1-minute video. So if you're using this strategy, don't worry about having to film specifically 1-minute videos and get it right, because let me tell you, 1 minute flies by. Platform 4, IGTV. If you are really looking to build your thought leadership with video, then at some point in time, you are going to want to create videos that are longer than 1 minute. IGTV is perfect for this because you can still have the benefits of posting on Instagram, which is pretty much the platform where everyone lives these days, but you can create longer form content, longer how-tos, or whatever, just sharing your thoughts on that platform. I personally think it is an amazing stepping stone to YouTube. So if that is something that you're eventually curious about, like starting a YouTube channel, then I think IGTV is an amazing place to kind of wet your whistle and get familiar with the structure that you might use on YouTube. So having said that, I recommend following the same script structure that you might use for a YouTube video within IGTV, and you could always put the content that really performs very well from IGTV, you can take that and upload it to YouTube if you're using kind of the same script structure. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about with the script structure and how to kind of lay it out, then I highly recommend checking out my Quickstart guide to video, which is linked in the description below, that will walk you through how to choose your first 5 topics, create an explainer statement that is going to draw in your audience, and also how to write your scripts. So that will kind of walk you through that whole thing. So overall, I think IGTV is great if you are really looking to build thought leadership and share longer thoughts that can't really be squeezed into 1 minute, but you're not quite ready to make the jump to YouTube. Platform 5, LinkedIn video. This is an absolutely amazing platform that is extremely underutilized right now. It is still very much in the early stages. So if you have a B2B business and LinkedIn seems like a potential opportunity and you're maybe in between doing Instagram or LinkedIn, I would highly suggest leaning into LinkedIn. And the reason is because the bar is so low for video right now. Very few people have fully leveraged the power of video on the platform, and the people that have are absolutely killing it. And it doesn't take very long for you to get to that place. So if this is something that you're interested in, then I highly recommend doing a mixture of micro content as well as long form content. So those 1-minute clips that I previously mentioned under the Instagram video feed, those videos also convert like gangbusters on LinkedIn. People love watching them. So if you want to use that strategy, you can definitely grab that template in the description below, once again, but then also kind of mix in some long form content. And what I love specifically about LinkedIn is that there's absolutely no question that it is coming from you personally. The video is you. It is not for your business. It is you as the business owner sharing content. And so what you can do with this is you can actually just hit record on your iPhone occasionally and just say like, hey, what's up guys? And like really talk authentically and truly show up as you are. So you can mix in just a ton of different styles, micro content, long form, simple iPhone video, as well as text. Like there are actually people commenting on text posts on LinkedIn still to this day, comparatively to like Facebook, for example. So it's kind of like a perfect mixture of all the different platforms. So if this speaks to you, I would say go all in on LinkedIn video. Platform 6, YouTube. YouTube should be your end game if you're looking to dive all in with video strategy and content marketing in general, and that's because of the SEO capabilities. So with these other social media platforms, whenever you post a video, very quickly that video is going to become irrelevant and it is going to be buried by the continual feed that is coming on that platform. Now with YouTube, because you are optimizing your videos for search terms, people will continue to find your videos for years to come. This strategy is going to give you the most leverage in the longest term. So I think that if you are starting out with these other strategies, those are great to kind of start finding your voice, start building an audience, and kind of get that consistency going. And then once you have figured out what's really resonating with people, then you can go all in and post on YouTube. And you could even take these videos that you were creating for these other platforms, like I mentioned IGTV, and upload the ones that really worked well to YouTube as well. But I do think if you're going to go in on YouTube, then you should apply, like actually do the YouTube formula for video. But I do think that if you are going to lean into YouTube, then I would really study the platform and figure out what converts best on that specific platform. But once again, I don't recommend starting here because this is the highest barrier to entry if you are just getting started in video and haven't been doing it for a while. Start on some of these other strategies and start finding your voice, defining your message, and building that audience, and then maybe launch your YouTube channel. That's all I have for you on this topic. Go ahead and click like and drop a comment below letting me know what you think. And if you want to dive into more video strategy, then be sure to check out the other videos on my channel. You can also check out these two right here by just clicking the screen now. And I'll see you in the next video.